Howdy guys, how you guys doing this beautiful morning? It's your boy Menapolee here again. If you're just joining me on this channel, my name is Mena. I'm a traveler. I travel the world, been to about 17 countries and counting. I'm currently in Burkina Faso and with a group called ADDI, African Diaspora Development Institute. They are it's an organization that is trying to bring Africa to the world and the world to Africa. And one of the first major steps that they've taken is that they are bringing diasporans who needs to connect to their roots, who needs to connect to Africa, African diasporans back to Africa, and Burkina Faso is where they have touched base. Last year they brought about 700 people, this year 300 people. And it's a movement, right, of supporting Africa, supporting Ibrahim Traore, supporting Burkina Faso in what Burkina Faso represents. And I'm here with the group. In today's video, I had the opportunity to speak with one of the members called Rev Maponga. A lot of you know him. In this video, I had a long interview with him, and I want you guys to watch the video to the end because he has a lot to say about what is happening in Burkina Faso. He has a lot to say about what is happening, concerning Ibrahim Traore all around the world. Yeah, so stay locked on the channel, do not go anywhere. Guys, I'm here with Mr. Maponga. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Is a revolutionary and someone who speaks for the African continent and of course the growth and the movement of Africa. He's someone who I respect so much, and here in Burkina Faso I've been privileged to meet with him. Mr. Maponga, it's a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Thank you.
Ndewo. Thank you so much, sir. That's Yoruba. Ndewo is Igbo from Nigeria.
So which one, how do we greet in Shona in Zimbabwe?
I don't know.
How come I know you don't know?
That's a very good question. That's part of the reasons why we are trying to promote every culture in Africa, so that we get to know each other's culture. And when I get to Zimbabwe, I should be able to know how to communicate in their own culture. Yeah, Mr. Maponga, I wanted to ask you, you are here in Burkina Faso. What is the mission here for you?
In Burkina Faso, every young person in Africa must be excited about Burkina Faso. Because for the first time as Africans, we can say we have a young leader. You're young people.
Yes, sir.
Now, this time around, we can no longer be complaining about old people. Of a new generation, of a 32, 34-year-old young man who is running a country. And a country that was sinking in debt. A country that was infested with French influence. Now he has to fight the old people that are in the system, who are benefiting with the French and depriving the youth. And the youth are now coming in to participate in the political conversation for their transformation. But the problem in Africa has never been the desire of the young people to develop. It's the old people who have been corrupted by the system, who stand to benefit from the system, who are oppressing their own children. Because these children are oppressing the youth are not an import from Guinea-Bissau. They're Nigerian youth. They are Kenyan youth. They are Zimbabwean youth. And you as elders, because you signed a business deal, you are now the chairman of Anglo-American, you are now the bank manager, you are now the chairman there, you are a director there. When young people are asking for change, guess who is the problem?
The older people.
You, the beneficiary. And unfortunately, the money that you used to pay me for school fees. When I'm coming back, then you say to me, I'm not grateful for the work that you have done for me. But no, this has been benefiting us only as a family. The rest of the community is suffering. That's point number one. Point number two, why do we need Burkina Faso? Burkina Faso is giving us a very serious example of what young people can do. The roads were dilapidated. I wish you can get into town and see the backside of town. Not only to see the bad, but see what the young people are doing in the evenings. These young people sacrifice their holidays when schools closed. Government, the roads are broken. We will not go for holiday. Give us the cement. Walk. We will do it ourselves. So you can see the amount of cleanliness that now you begin to see on the streets of Burkina Faso. It's not the government cleaning.
It's the people.
Now you get to Osumbeju in Senegal. You get to Lekki. you get to Nigeria, downtown markets. One thing that greets you, you get to Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan, Harare, Mbare, Soweto. The first thing that greets you when you black people are licking swages, plastics, and rubbish. Ask you a question, young man. Who puts all those plastics on the road? The ruling party.
Oh, okay.
Is it the ruling party that puts these
No,
papers?
no, it's the people.
Who does that? So when we say the country is dirty, who is dirty?
The people.
So we must not blame everything as young people to politicians to an extent that you will drink your plastic
And you
water.
throw it on the road.
Now, if 200 million people in Nigeria, each one of them throws 2 plastics of water per day,
Everywhere is destroyed. Everywhere is dirty.
who will change this? The government? If the government does it, it's a dictator. Like what the old president used to do every Saturday. of the month.
Environmental.
Environmental.
Yeah.
People saying, we're not in prison here.
Yeah.
We want to be free. Freed for what? Clean your house. In front of your house. I didn't say clean the whole street.
Yeah.
But if everyone can do their part, and I think Burkina Faso is beginning to show us that when you have the government will, and it meets with the desire of the young people, there is something that happens right there. Something, and I think that's where the solution is. Because many of us young people think that when we get into power, we're going to change everything. I've said news for you. The people who were throwing papers down when you were campaigning to become president, they will still be throwing papers and waiting for you to clean them up.
Yeah.
That's why we talk about the psychological transformation. And for me, Burkina Faso begins to give us that recipe, that young people and the government find each other.
Work together.
You cannot leave young old people to prepare the future for you. They won't be there. We'll be dead. So what are we preparing for? We're preparing for you. So why are you upset? Where I am preparing and I won't be there when you enjoy it. I'm signing contracts now as an old man in government. And some of those contracts are 99 years old, 30 years old. Who remains in debt?
We remain in debt.
But are you aware of what they are signing? So this whole thing of doing politics from outside politics is not politics. It's keyboard Facebook politics, which is sponsored by the West. Real politics is you as young people going into the house where your father is deciding your will. And say that we don't need to sign 99 years for lithium there.
Yeah.
We need to get an industry to produce the batteries, because in 99 years, with all this lithium gone, we will still not have jobs here. That's where you come in as young people.
Yeah.
To bridge the gap of info. To them, they just think that the more you export, the better your economy. But you're an engineer now. So why do you go to China to work as an engineer when you're going to get an engineer? Look what Dangote has done. There's a whole, the biggest factory and processor in Africa. I can ask you right now to show you the difference. Show me one university right now in Africa that is teaching people to go and work in Dangote's factory.
None.
But curriculums are running.
Yes.
So what's the need of these universities when development is here?
And you are teaching something that is already outdated.
What we're doing with it? Ethiopia has just built 800 million worth of a dam, hydropower. How many universities in Africa should have been interested in sending students to Ethiopia, engineering students, to go there and learn from other Africans how to do electric hydro and move that knowledge across.
Back.
Right now that Burkina Faso is doing this, our call in this conference is say young people, start connecting with young people, not that are keyboard politicians. Come here and join other young people who are doing. See how it is done. Go back to your countries and do the same.
So this is very, very enlightening. So I recently met one man. He works in the current phone manufacturing company here in Burkina Faso. He came all the way from France, and one of the things he did was part of his team. What he did was he had learned so much from France, and now they are training young people in Burkina Faso who are assembling the phones, doing the designs of the phones, being part of the forward thinking happening here in Burkina Faso. So that is one of the things I've seen. Then of course what we were talking about it's called the Faso Mebo. Faso Mebo is a project that Captain Ibrahim Traore established to involve the young people, not just young, both young and old, to be part of nation building, roads, sewages, pavings, what have you. That is a way to be able to bridge the gap between government and people, to show goodwill, and build the country. So what are some of the initiatives that you think Burkina Faso has done that other African countries needs to copy and do?
The first one, that is the most important, is what we call the change of policy.
Okay.
Where you can simply say we are no longer exporting raw tomatoes. It's a law. The government blocks the border.
No exports.
But what do you do with the tomatoes?
We process them
You
here.
now have to start thinking backwards.
Yes.
So if Nigeria right now can just come a law and say no more exporting raw oil,
It's over.
Zimbabwe can say no more platinum. Congo says no more coltan for cell phones. And if we can just learn to close the door, the room will be full.
Yes.
All those engineers, our African brothers who went to do PhDs in Massachusetts, in Boston, all of them, including our diaspora,
Yeah.
will come for employment here.
Yes.
But it takes a change of mindset from our governments to say, what kind of policies do we begin to put in place to activate the economy? Now here they're doing the biggest export of dried mangoes.
Yes.
Here, tomato soup, sauces here. The government is putting roads. People are responding by putting businesses on the sides. The technology is here. The construction, we are already developing artisans who now have skills. When they finish school, they're also putting on a jacket and a tie. But on a Sunday, a man can take off his jacket and get on in front of his own house and start working. To me, if our education will not put food in our stomach, it's slavery.
It's slavery. If the education will not put food in your stomach, it's slavery.
In fact, if a man cannot feed himself, he must not be allowed to speak in English.
Wow. If a man can't feed himself, he should not be allowed to speak English.
Shut up. You went to school to bring solutions, and you cannot put one plate of food in your stomach,
So what is the point?
and you speak in English. You're an embarrassment to the society.
Wow. Guys, it's food for thought. What is the point? The most important thing is you should be able to, whatever you are learning, you should be able to make you a valuable member of the society. So if you are not valuable, you are not even valuable to yourself. So what is the point? Wow. So do you think that most of these leaders are afraid to do what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing? Because it takes willpower, it takes guts to do it. If not, the foreigners who are influencing Africa would come after us.
They are not all afraid. Some of them are compromised.
How do you mean?
They've signed deals,
That are beneficial to them.
and they guaranteed they are handlers. You'll have this for so many years. They're stuck in a deal. Some of the deals are multinational, some of them are national. And what's embarrassing is that sometimes the system, which is the government officials, they corrupt each other to an extent that they cannot help each other.
Wow. Wow. So it's not just it's the fact that they've signed deals that benefit themselves and their own family.
Yes.
So are you saying fear has nothing to do with it?
They have the army, they have the police, they have everything. They're a sovereign country. What's your problem? Ibrahim, yes. Same environment as you find in Kenya, in South Africa, in Botswana, in Cote d'Ivoire, in Cameroon. Right now, the president of Cameroon is nowhere to be found. He's in hospital in Paris for the past 6-7 years.
What?
Yes, he only comes here on holidays. And for campaign, they make a mascot, a cardboard box, and walk around and says, "Here's your president." Who is keeping the system? The French and the oligarchs. Rich buggers. Of Ivory Coast, right next to the toll gate there, those beautiful mansions and palaces. That toll gate, all the money goes to France, as is.
Just like that.
And what are these big rich people around doing about it? No, they have deals. They're in relationships with France. So fear is not revolutionary. We cannot run a revolution based on fear.
Based on fear.
If you are afraid, then go and sit at home. We want people that can implement change, who can face the problem And if you're a good father and you notice that your house is flooding and your children are inside, if you're a human being, something inside you must kick in. That's what we're looking for in African leaders. You can see your children. The education system has messed them up. The music has messed them up. The food has messed them up. The politics has messed them up. The religion has messed them up. I'm a grown-up man now. Will I also allow you to drown, young man?
No.
Come on. I don't know you from a bar of soap. I met you today. What is an elder in the community? I want to say to you, what happened to me must not happen to you. The garbage that I ate, you don't need to eat that rubbish. That's what we're looking for in the politician. Just remember, these are your children, for crying out loud. Oh, but we understand. Your children are in Paris. They are studying in America. So when you are designing principles and policies for young people, which young people are you designing them for?
Your own people.
Your children don't go to hospital here. They don't learn here. They don't live here. But you are the director. You are the chairperson. You are the minister. Your wife is shopping in Paris. So when you are sitting around, driving around, with being protected by cars here, being protected from who? We need protection from you. Not you being protected from us.
From us.
You are the problem. It changes everything. Because we cannot have government officials who make money from our countries and move that money to foreign countries. To Dubai, Mauritius, Cayman Islands, Virgin Islands, Zurich. And that money is all African money. And then they sit in parliament and they think they know what we want.
They don't.
Oh, come on, guys. Man. If I had a way, some of the politicians, I'll put all of them in one big bag and go and throw them in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
They are not good for themselves. They are not good for the continent. They are not good for their children. They are not good for our history. They are basically a bunch of bought colonial, neo-colonialists who have become parasites on the development of the continent.
Guys, there's so much that needs to be done in Africa. Burkina Faso, with what is happening here, do you think there's any other country that is doing a little bit of what Burkina Faso is doing? Maybe Namibia? Do you think there's any other country that is even trying?
The Sahel is moving. Burkina Faso,
Mali and Niger.
Niger, we have a good start. In Kenya, Tanzania and Uganda, the immigration laws are being softened now that people can start running around those countries. Zimbabwe and Botswana and Zambia and Namibia. There's a conversation also to start neutralizing the movement of people. So there is movement. What Traore is doing is not, he has become a benchmark through which other African leaders can be measured. Sometimes it's not in the length of time that you're in office which matters. It's how urgent you want to change certain things. But unfortunately, some of our leaders don't even have a clue what needs to be changed. Later on, how it must be changed. I will explain. You cannot go on the street to go and look for a CEO of 87 or MTN. You need to find the CEO in a certain group of people.
Yeah.
You don't ask the common people, which CEO should we replace in there? Because the people also don't know what kind of skills are needed to run MTN. Now I teach you politics, young man. Then why do we ask the people to vote for a president when the people don't know how and what the president must do, and the president they put also does not know
what he must do?
What he must do. Simple example: with a pipe that is leaking there, and then you choose a pastor as a minister of infrastructure.
What does he want to do?
You don't have roads. You choose doctors, medical doctors, to become ministers of roads. You don't have dams. Then you choose teachers to become minister of construction and dam construction. Do you understand the mismatch? Because you're my brother, you're my cousin. I'll give you an office. Nepotism. Then we blame the government for corruption. It's not corruption. It's incompetence.
Yeah.
Give it the right word. The people in power don't know.
What to do?
You don't understand, young man. A minister of finance who can't read the balance sheet.
Yeah. In Nigeria, there was the minister of power. Because there's a serious power outage. The government is owing the ministry. So they said they cut power for weeks, even months. The minister of power resigned to go and contest for governorship. It doesn't make sense. Like, what competence? You're not even competent enough to even solve the power situation, and you are going to become a governor.
When you are looking for leaders as young people, don't vote because their voices are loud. The one you want to elect as a leader, go with him to his house. Go and see his house. Does he have a tree? Does he have flowers? Is the house cleaned? Are the tables in place? Are the windows broken? Find out. It's small things. But imagine you take a man, as you are saying, who can fix a door of his house. You ask him to go and fix the immigration borders of a country.
How does he want to do it? How does he want to do it?
You can change a tire of a car.
Nothing.
It is means of infrastructure.
Yeah. So what is the way forward for Africa? I know Burkina Faso is already trying. How do you think we can accelerate things?
We're 400 years of suffering. First thing we must do, education. We all need to think like this. You are safe now. I've spoken to you.
I've been saved.
You're safe.
Yeah.
Whatever you're going to do with the information I've given you, and whatever you who out there are going to do with this information. But we hope that if more people who are not thinking like you find themselves in positions of power, your influence, your direction of thinking is no longer the gravy train. So first thing is education. After education is organizing. After organizing is revolution.
Education, organizing, revolution. Guys, this has been an amazing time. So I'm very, very grateful. Before I leave you, is there any last thing you want to say to the African people, to the continent, before we go? Do you have any last words?
Before you go to the shops to buy anything you want, please bath first. Bath.
What does that mean? Before you go to the shops to buy anything, you need to take you said bath? You take your bath?
Yes.
What does that mean? How
Don't walk around the place smelling
Okay.
to other people. Psychological bathing. Emotional bathing. Social bathing. Spiritual bathing as Africans. Let's present ourselves to the world with good hygiene, mental hygiene, emotional hygiene, economic hygiene. Let's not always walk around the marketplace smelling, broken, cripples, can't think, can't feel, and we're there on the global highway, fast asleep. Africa, please go to the river.
take your bath?
I'm an old man now, so you can hear me.
Yeah.
We need to bath. If you can't bath, wait for the rain. But let's clean ourselves before we interact with other children. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It's a pleasure, sir. I'm very, very grateful. Guys, it's been an amazing time here. Hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. If you have your thoughts, leave it in the comment section. Until next time, stay safe and peace.